Agora fedeu. Agora fedeu aí. A merda.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, we're on the way. For my money, Peter, Sergio Busquets was the best number 6 of his generation.
And it's striking, isn't it, how different he is from those bustling box-to-box players who've tended to take that position in the past.
That's right, very, very cagey in the way he operated. No heroic tackles or lung-bursting athleticism, but that's because he doesn't need any of that. He's someone who carved out a role for himself that I think only he can play.
Okay.
That looks a decent ball. It's Neymar! Oh, it's come off the upright. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
E a tela tá preta.
Qual tela que tá preta? É só a tua que tá preta.
Yaya
De novo na
Touré,
live.
Busquets, Roberto Carlos.
A do jogo.
Palmeiras have got it back
Uma
and
live
they'll have
segue
another
no-
go. Cafu. Well, there's the clearance. Foot in. Now it's Hullet. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Tá em Lisboa, não, tá em
His
Imperatriz.
positioning was spot on. And here's Hullet. Cafu, Roberto Baggio, Palmeiras finding their passes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Spence did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's cut it out.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Roberto Baggio!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Still goalless. That is very well defended. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yaya Touré is always looking to break lines. Cafu wins the duel this time. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Cruzeiro clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played. Roberto Carlos. He's gone for goal! Oh, a very decent attempt. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Roberto Baggio. Vieira. Messi has given away a free kick. Messi has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
Pass somewhat off target. Spence clears it away. It'll be a throw-in.
Você viu na minha live, bem está preta a tela.
Esse cara é bom.
Camavinga.
Nossa, ele é bom,
Oh,
né?
red, nice interception. Mbappe, lovely pass, but can he get there? Well read, and the danger is averted. Tries a shot! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
And here's Neymar, looking for the run. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Tries to get it clear. Oh, good-looking ball. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Now it's Olise. Olise is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Hullet. It's Neymar! Oh, they could be
Nossa, lá
caught
tudo
out
é
here.
perfeito, está tudo preta a tela.
Throw in. And that's gone route one.
Acho que ele vai ganhar.
The stands now are very audible.
Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Cafu tries to play it through, and that pass just didn't quite work. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Roberto Carlos and Neymar, and this is Hullet. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. That gets things going for the second half.
Palmeiras have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And smartly reclaimed. Koundé. Olise. Olise proves just a little bit too strong. Yaya Toure. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Cannavaro. Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Maldini. That's Vieira. Knocks it into space. Deep cross. There's the header! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Neymar.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Baggio. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. That's got him rattled.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 28.500.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Fonsa kept his eye on it, and he's there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. A deeply frustrating game. Messi is the guilty party there. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to.
Substituição.
Xarope, então. Cheio.
Já era com um a menos.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Just too high.
Carlos will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
Cafu. Roberto Baggio. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He won't be happy with that one. He is through here. Now, can they get him away? McTominay. Oh, that's fabulous. Is there any support? He might not need it. Chance! And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that was nowhere near his best. Cafu, not the most accurate pass.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he thumps it clear. Cannavaro. He's found a way through. Just the keeper to beat. Chance, surely!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Neymar. Well, that tackle, he's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around. Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Rude height! That is just a piece of art! A finish of true class! Finally the breakthrough!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, And considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Palmeiras have taken the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Greenwood, good driving run. He's going for goal! So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Greenwood is there, and he can pick it up. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Palmeiras nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Palmeiras looking to pass their way. Brilliant! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping it.
And the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Aqui no TikTok, vai ter que baixar uma versão. No Instagram, eu sei, mas aqui no TikTok eu não sei não.
Você não vai hoje receber as contas. Beleza, né? 90 dias no
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they? Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Pelé. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a really well-measured ball. All the way back. Well-timed, excellent interception. Palmeiras leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's been cut out, well played. And he cuts out the supply. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Played out to the right. And this is Pelé. And this is Xabi Alonso. Roberto Carlos. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, it's played into the area. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No, it's come to nothing.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
E Manchester United.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xavi. Real chance! That has not gone well. Xavi Alonso. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Forlan. Yaya Toure. Now it's Totti. Now, can they get him away? And he's intervened well there. That has ended up in no man's land. That has been cut short. Vieira. And it's Yaya Toure. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Pele. Oh, well played, well played. Goes for a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well read, nice interception. Oh, super find. Now it's Torres. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's found some space. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Pele. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Palmeiras are very much in charge here, dominating possession. Oh, they could be caught out here. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Pele! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He won't be happy with that one. Yaya Toure, Pele. Oh, smashing header! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Palmeiras. Oh, now he's one-on-one! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, observem no telão as informações do trânsito.
Café todo passando.
Acho que eu sabia o que que ela vê ali, queria saber era isso.
Tá gritando, vai dar pra.
Sempre já tava vendo. Sempre, sempre.
Ontem, então, ele jogou isso ali, e eu lembro que a gente caiu fora.
Deve ser isso mesmo.
A moça que tava judiando todo. Nós fizemos o cachorro novo dentro da sacola. O homem do lixo vai, teve com pau pra pegar o lixo.
Eu acho que é isso.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. The information we've been given is that they're going to go with a 3-5-2.
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and a front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five, so I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility. And I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he welcomes it in. Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Maldini clears. Ronaldinho is onto this. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the counter is on. No, that's been intercepted. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. And in chance! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Seedorf. Quarter of an hour played. Pass somewhat off target. Palmeiras are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Seedorf. And this is Figo. Looking to play him in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Luis Suarez.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got... And the shot! Vigo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Couldn't squeeze it through. Vigo. And it's Ronaldinho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Baggio chasing after it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Palmeiras finding their passes. Knocks it into space. Tries a shot! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Palmeiras are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Palmeiras have fired themselves in front. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get... And again! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Palmeiras can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Chance here to counter. Now there's there's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Looking for options for movement. Palmeiras are looking to go forward now. Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Maldini calmly anticipates. He's big chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Olise just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Now, can they get him away? Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's a sharp little ball here. Vigo. Olise. Well read, nice interception. Passing is crisp and sharp. Roberto Carlos. Header! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Palmeiras are up by one then, but really feel they should be up by more. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Palmeiras have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Passando com as Catarina. E? Não, vi morrendo aí, ela sai, Catarina.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 7. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador. Camisa 11. Substituição em andamento.
Deve ser ligado.
And we're off again.
Palmeiras definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
It's a pretty loose pass. Pull it. Palmeiras different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Yaya Toure is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Yaya Toure. Xavi Alonso.
This is the time you need that pace.
Good running, strong and purposeful. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Being still separated by the game's only goal. Mbappe! Oh, he's burst through! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now that's well seen too. Just about up to the hour now. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh no, this does not look good. And the finish! He has done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those...
Oh, great header! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Yeah, a diving header is always a pleasurable sight, and that was just about perfect.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's come loose. Roberto Baggio can see things others simply cannot. Ronaldinho. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Maldini spots it and intercepts. Palmeiras still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, brilliant save under real pressure.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And this is Hullet. Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite... And Hullet! Oh, that could cost them.
Hullet was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
And he was alert to it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Just the keeper to beat!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Here it is. Oh, what a climb! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now, that looks a decent ball. And he welcomes it in. He's being urged to shoot.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Takes a shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And now he has two. Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Now it's Mbappe. Aimed beyond the defence. Stood up well to him there. So that's it. It is all over. Palmeiras played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.